I'm going to be talking about shopping sustainably. And I did do a similar video where I was talking about just how to shop ethically and how to be a smart shopper and just a savvy shopper in general. That was one of my first videos that I ever did. But a couple of people commented in the comment section that I should cover sustainability. So I'm going to be answering probably about 5 main questions when it comes to sustainability. Maybe how you can be a little bit more sustainable when it comes to fashion and just buying clothes and just being a little bit more considerate, as I am trying to be. But I am by no means a saint, and I don't practice sustainability like a lot of the time. I try and buy vintage clothes here and there, but yeah, I can't say that I'm like super sustainable, but here are my thoughts anyway. So I thought a good way to start would just be to give you some stats. Fast fashion is responsible for 10% of the global CO2 emissions, and by 2050, it could be responsible for 26%. That's pretty mad. That's crazy. So $500 million is lost to underutilized clothes and a lack of recycling. Obviously, there are a lot of great companies out there that are trying to recycle, but still massive problem out there. And clothing consumption will rise by 63% by 2030, which is 500 billion shirts. That's the equivalent to, more or less. So the question is, how can we be more sustainable? And the only answer I have is just don't buy clothes, literally. Like, just use whatever you have in your wardrobe and just wear that. Other than obviously the essentials like socks, boxers, but stop buying clothes. So, what are some of the ways that you can be sustainable? So the obvious ones that come to mind are renting clothes, borrowing clothes from friends, and going thrift shopping. Also, other things you should consider is just trying to be a little bit more creative. Like this t-shirt that I have here, it was too long, so I just use a pair of scissors and I just cut them. You can do stuff like that. You can customize your own shoes. Like if there's something that you don't particularly like on them, just try and figure out ways that you can make them more to your liking, so you don't have to go out and buy a new pair of shoes. And another way is just surrounding yourself with as much content as possible. Obviously sustainable content in terms of just following the right people on Instagram. If there are individuals that love sustainability, then follow them. Reading up on sustainability articles, all of that type of stuff will obviously put you in the right mindset to shop sustainably. Because let's be honest, like, we're always influenced by what we see online, and that is part of the problem, that people are buying so much so often. So surround yourself with those that are being a little bit more frugal with their shopping, and you'll probably be heading in the right direction. Also wanted to mention that throughout the video, I'm going to be showcasing a few of the items that I've bought from thrift stores, like all of the items within my wardrobe that I've bought from thrift stores. I realized that 6 out of the 11 jackets that I have been bought from like ASOS Marketplace, Depop, etc., or Reliked, which is a really good website as well for secondhand clothes that influencers are basically gifted. So a lot of the time they're pretty much brand new. And 3 of them I bought either discounted or half price, but not full price. And 2 I've bought full price. But anyway, you'll see all of the items throughout the video. So the next question I see a lot is, how can I tell if a shop is sustainable? To be honest, I actually don't know how to answer this question, and I don't have the answers to this question, if I'm being frankly honest. Because yeah, you can go onto the website and you can have a little read, and everyone always tries to say that they're being a little bit more sustainable than they actually are. Like, you take for example, the Zara Origins is supposed to be sustainable in some way, but Zara is a fast fashion brand, so can you really believe them when they say things like that? All I would suggest to you guys is just try and do as much research as you can. If sustainability is really important to you, then you will do the research and try and find out which shops and stores are like genuinely sustainable. Can you list any sustainable clothing brands? Yeah, a few sustainable clothing brands come to mind, I would say MF Pen, Lucy and Yak, Askit, what else? Pangai, Patagonia, Stella McCartney. I think that's it. Those are the ones that come to mind for me. And I'll link them in the comment section below so that you can have a look. Well, whatever ones that I think about, I'll link them in the comment section below just so you can have a look if that's important to you as well. But I think there are plenty out there, and a lot more shops and stores are trying to be as sustainable as they can. So you'll probably see a lot more popping up here and there. I think the only thing just to consider is probably maybe price point. These stores might be a little bit more expensive just because of the way that they produce these clothes. Take MFM for example. I think they're a great brand, and I'd probably buy all of my clothes from there. They just use dead stock fabrics. So once it's gone, it's gone. And I think that is a great thing that they're using like limited fabric to produce unbelievable clothes at pretty high price points, but you know, it's quality. So next question, what methods do I use to try and help me be sustainable? So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, one of the things that I would do is buy from Depop, ASOS Marketplace, and really like. Other things that I'll do is if I see something that I really like, I will save it in my tabs. So I've got a tab on my laptop for like pieces, garms, whatever you want to call it. And it's just a long list of items that I really like. Basically a wish list. And I also save them to Karma. And so many times I'll just go through this list like in a month's time, in a few days, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. Remove it. Just delete it from this wish list. And that is, I think that's one of the best ways. Like imagine you've got like 20, 30 items in that list and you have the money to cop all of those items. Like half of them, maybe even like 10% of them that you'll actually like and actually wear. So save items, wait a few days, and then see if you still want to buy them. What I find is that I always gravitate towards the same clothes anyway. I always pretty much wear the same outfits. So I'm probably only wearing like 10% of my wardrobe. So I don't even need to buy any more clothes. Now the last question, and a question that I want to leave you guys with, is will these clothes improve the quality of my life? Think about that one. Just take a moment and think, like, if I cop this jacket, is my life going to be better? Is it going to make me happier? Is it going to do something unbelievable to me? Clothes is just like, oh, I'm gassed that I've just got this piece. That's it really. I'm guilty of it, and I know like loads of people are guilty of it, but if you're gonna buy this like 500 piece jacket, whatever it is, obviously spend your money on whatever you want to spend your money on. If you've got the peas and you can spend it on stuff like that, then absolutely do it. But if it's not really gonna improve the quality of your life and it's gonna deteriorate from the quality of your life, let's say it's gonna put you in debt, then what is the point? Like, just delete that item and you're probably gonna forget about it, or you might even find a cheaper alternative. So always hold off, think, and then make a decision. So guys, answered 5 questions in total about being sustainable, and just the 5 main questions that I think from just having a look around on the internet and asking a few people that would be worth answering. There are so many questions I could answer when it comes to this topic, but I'm not going to sit here and talk for 20, 30 minutes. And you guys aren't going to sit here for 20, 30 minutes just watching me talk about sustainability, which is a long and very difficult topic to cover because there are just so many facets to it and it's not that straightforward. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, just kind of a chilled one. And I hope I've helped you to think before you make your purchases, or just giving you some small piece of advice when it comes to sustainability. If not, you know, well. But I'll see you guys next week. Peace.